Hey everyone, welcome to Happy. In this video, we're going to talk about the jujube. It's a fruiting tree. We're going to talk about the tree itself. We're going to talk about the fruit. We're going to harvest some fruit. We're going to do a little bit of pruning as we harvest the fruit. And I'm going to show you and describe some additional varieties that we planted just this spring. Welcome to Happy. We're going to take it up a notch. A slightly different wall. I'm curious to know if I'm gonna get right down here. You can see that ladybug larvae. Bam! Pull the thing down like a monkey. It's also called the Chinese date. It originates from Southeast Europe and China. Not too many people know about the jujube. It arrived to America in the early 1900s, just like the Jujube tree. It's completely heat, drought tolerant. You can see by the leaves that it's completely disease and pest free. This is the Shanxi Li. We're going to take a look at those fruit in just a minute. So they start off as being green, and as they ripen and when they become ripe, they're going to be a nice brown color. But you can see with this green one how it's transitioning from green to brown. This one's not going to have quite all of its sweetness, but these brown ones will definitely be sweet. After they're nice and firm like this, then they're going to start getting a little wrinkly, if you can see that there, and then they'll get completely wrinkled. At that stage, the fruit's a little on the drier side, totally edible, but on the drier side. These can be picked and dried jujubes last for a very, very long time. If stored in a cool place, I believe, like a refrigerator, I believe they'll store for longer than a year. Let's pick this one. I'm already eating them. And I got the green one too. This here, when they're firm like this, that's when I like them the most, and they're just like an apple, except they'll have a single seed in the middle like a date. You can hear what it sounds like, just like an apple. That's what the fruit looks like on the inside. Last year, I think they were a little sweeter, and I just went nuts and I bought like 3 additional varieties of jujube. We're gonna look at those in a minute. Let's try this one that's a little like just getting ripe. Not quite as sweet as brownie, but good to go. Now these two are from the Shanxi Li, and they're known for having a little more of a teardrop shaped fruit. In general, jujubes are either totally round like the so, or they're going to have this more elongated shape. A richer flavor profile. There you get a little bit of the wrinkly action that I was talking about. The fruit's going to be slightly drier. Once the Shanxi Li is up and running, I believe the fruit, it said, get up to 2 inches long. So that's pretty good. That right there is like a fat 1 inch. This one is firm and it really does have a richer flavor. Whereas the so is straight away apple. This has apple-ish texture, but it's got like a richer sweetness to it. The jujube is a little like the Jujube tree, ironically introduced to America at about the same time, and both originating from China. They take a couple of additional years before they start developing fruit. I've never given this girl a hard prune. It is not a fast growing tree. It's not like a toad, slow growing. No hard prune has left her growing up to, I'm gonna call that 12, 13 feet tall. And I got a lot of fruit, quality fruit up high. I'm gonna lop her off where the branches start forking in and around there. Ow! I forgot to mention they have thorns and some thorns can be pretty big. So I'm fairly coordinated and know how to kind of grab something gently, but you're going to want to wear gloves when working with something like this, because that right there is a very sizable thorn. But I got a boatload of fruit. Well, I didn't plan on pruning the whole thing, but I basically topped her in about 6-7 cuts. I've got a couple of limbs here that have just grown really long. When a limb is really long like that, you just kind of shorten the limb. That'll have the rest of the branch fatten up over time, and the growth will come off of that fatter branch and it'll hold the fruit. I like this branch because it is going sideways, but there is a limit to how long you want it to go sideways relative to the thickness of the branch that is, you know, the main branch. I hope that made sense. You want to think about shape, and I am selecting this spot right here. Well, she definitely got shortened, but she's pruned. It's one less thing I need to do, and that's all the plant debris I have. It's actually very, very little. So if you have a lot of fruit trees, you're gonna appreciate the fact that very little pruning has to be done on a jujube. This is the fruit that we have. The bowl on the right is better fruit. The bowl on the left has fruit that I'll be munching on while I'm out here. That's flag licorice, by the way. The jujube fruit's been eaten in the Chinese culture for thousands of years. We're gonna delve into NIH studies, peer-reviewed studies, and that information is gonna get plowed into our webpage for the jujube. Let's find out if jujube fruit detoxifies the blood, provides aid in sleeping. That would be a really cool thing. Reduces stress and anxiety? Where have you been? Let's find out what this fruit can do, keeping it on the real. At the end of the day, it's fresh fruit. It's fruit that is adding dietary fiber. You're going to get a collection of vitamins and minerals. I'm going to assume minerals, but certainly vitamins. Imagine sending your kitty off to the school with this in their lunch bag. Maybe the apple's a little too much for Junior, but a few of these things are something that Junior will chow down. So it's not just about fresh fruit and, you know, blah, 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 and look at me gardening. There's a real practical use to having fresh fruit in your diet, the child's diet, grandma and grandpa's diet. Let's go check out some other girls I planted. I was so impressed with the taste of the jujube fruit and the fact that it's a zero care, low maintenance plant. I went out and got 3 different varieties. Those varieties are really the most commonly grown here in the States from what I've read. At the top of the row is a Li, then we got a Lang, and then behind me is a GA866. They're known for having really sweet fruit and larger fruit, but they have little slightly different characteristics. The Li produces a round fruit. The diameter is about 1.5 inches. It's also known as sweet and tasty when pickled, and you can pickle them while they're a little underripe. The Lang produces a pear-shaped fruit, and it's about 1.5 inches long. The GA866 is known for having the highest sugar content of all named varieties, with the largest fruit too, like 1.5 inches to 2 inches long. I hope this video interests you to grow 1, 2, 3 jujube trees. They make a fantastic fruit, low care, pest-free, disease-free, drought-tolerant, heat-resistant, wonderful, no fuss fruiting tree. Check out our list of 450 fruiting plants. Those plants work in Zone 7. Please subscribe to our channel. Take care of yourself. Take care of someone else if you can. Love you. Bye.